I want to talk about the midfield because Ruben Amorim said that, I can't remember the exact quote, but you lot all saw it. He goes, "We need pace in the midfield," and I'm like, I've been saying this for ages. Like this, even seeing it yesterday or the other day against Leeds. Bruno Casemiro. I'll tell you this now, guys. We are going nowhere fast with a midfield pivot of Bruno and Casemiro, or Bruno and any of the other central midfielders that we have. That is one of the biggest things of what we're doing in this window of potentially pushing Bruno back one. So we've obviously brought in Koeman and Bruno, so that looks like they're going to be the 2 10s. Unless we see something different and then Bruno goes up front for a season or something and Bruno does get to play further forward, I think it's clear Bruno's going to play one back. It's going to be a problem. I'm going to be honest with you. Unless we go and get a central midfielder. We have to. It's so paramount, guys. I can't stress it. Like, you look at us in that era, and the manager's saying exactly what we've been saying. Tactics aside, which is one thing, which we'll talk about, of why I'm still not sure and everything. Just tactically, like, I still can't see how this, 3 centre backs in the build up and the horseshoe. I just still can't see how it's going to transform into this free flowing, great football. But the midfield's a big problem. We were right. We are absolutely right to invest heavily in the top end of the pitch. Our biggest problem was scoring goals, creating chances. We can't do it. Now we've got 2 top players in there, and Bruno and Koeman. I'm very happy about that. That's brilliant. But the knock-on effect, it just shows as well and highlights what's still been missing. Ugarte, I'm sorry. Ugarte with Casemiro or with Bruno or with Kobe, it's not it. It's not. I never feel it's going to be it. Uncle Cass looks lean. I get it. But even against Leeds, we saw it. When there were big spaces, a couple man ran past him. We done a couple Casemiro specials. And that was fucking Ethan Ampadu. And what's that guy's name? He was really good, the number 22 for Leeds. Shout out my producer Jeremy at Talksport Esports, and he told me to look out for him, and he was good. Tanaka, he was good. Tanaka, he was good on the ball, and like I was looking at it going, rah, Bruno and thing can't really get. There was like long periods of the game we couldn't really get near them. So I mean, we ain't got enough mobility in there, and that's Leeds. Ampadu and Tanaka. What's his name? I just said it. I got my message. Tanaka, sorry. Them two. Nah, man. Yeah, Bogle. Bogle was doing good as well. You know what I mean? So you can see the red flags. You can see the red flags over that midfield from now. You can see it. And you lot know how much I rate Bruno. You know how much I rate Bruno. But I can see what's going to happen. Bruno is now, because I can see it, because we didn't take the 100 million for Bruno, or he decided to stay, whichever way you look at it, yeah. The people who wanted Bruno out are going to be fuming at that already. But here's what's going to happen. Bruno now, with the arrivals of Mbeumo and Cunha, that creates a problem for Bruno. I think it does. He is good enough to, listen, he's still going to get goals and assists here or there. But overall, if he has to play central midfield all the time, if we don't get a proper central midfielder that can kind of do a bit of everything at a really high level, Bruno's almost going to be hung out to dry in this system. I guarantee it. I guarantee by Christmas, he'll be like hounded out, not playing well, having a tough time. And all the emphasis will be on, look, he can't play there. See what's going on. And Amarim's making this decision to do this. Now, we have to reserve a little bit of judgment to see who we do get and, what that first team looks like against Arsenal on the first game of the season. I hear that. But you can just see it. Kobe Mainu doesn't okay, he might be able to play there again, not with the current partners that we have. We need to find a place for Kobe to start. He played well when he came on yesterday against Leeds. I liked what he did. But again, in central midfield, it was him and Ugarte. That's not going to be it. Kobe's not got legs like that. We shouldn't misfile Kobe for what he is. Fantastic on the ball. Essentially needs to be playing further forward. He can make things happen. And if he's got ultimate protection in a 3-man midfield, Kobe's brilliant. But we don't have that. So I think that's going to be another conundrum about what we do with Kobbie Mainoo. And it's scaring me. I feel like we're focused so much on this striker situation, which we have to be because it's so poor in that area. The midfield's going to go unnoticed, and I think it's one of the, if not the biggest issue that we have, along with the striker. It really is, and I can see where this is going. Casemiro ain't going anywhere. You know, obviously Garte's only been here a year. Hopefully he can improve a lot. We need him to improve a lot, but he's just so limited in so many areas. I don't have that faith that Ugarte, listen, he'll have good games. Like, he can be a warrior, he can win the ball back, he can protect the ball, he can play safe. I've got no problem with that. But we need more. We need more. I think he's too limited. As is Casemiro, you know, as is, well, who else could be next? As is, Kobbie Mainoo, like I said, not really made for that role of what we're asking for to partner Bruno. So I'm very worried, man. I know a lot of people are talking about Baleba and that's the dream and stuff, but come on, man. Brighton are going to charge our arm along. We ain't getting Baleba. We ain't. But we do need that type of profile of player. Richard Rios, people keep talking about. There's so many. There's so many. So many. But it's all about that profile. We have to get that type of profile of player because I am scared shitless for this midfield. I'll be honest. I'm so scared. I'm worried. And that's even with Mbeumo and Cunha. I'm very excited about them. And I think they will take care of their own issue. They will take care of a lot of issues for us because they're strong, they're powerful, they're quick, they know where the goal is. They're like, you know, real men. They're like solid. But nah, I don't know. That midfield is not good enough, man. And the way we build up and the way that Amorim has these two sort of isolated central midfielders and like the box midfield with 2 10s just ahead of that. The only thing that may help, is the fact that maybe you could argue the protection off the ball might increase in front of the two. So the two pivots, which will be at the moment Bruno and one other. Let's be real. Who do we think starts the season? Is it going to be Bruno and Ugarte? Bruno and Casemiro? Jesus. Anyway, Bruno and one other. The problem with them two is, sorry, what could happen is because you've got Cunha and Mbeumo who work their socks off, especially in Mbeumo, will there be a bit of an adjustment to protect them? You know, that in that box midfield, flat back five. Sometimes we do that, where the wing backs aren't high pressing. We don't, because that's another thing in this shape. We're too passive. We don't press. We don't press. We don't go man for man and be relentless in our pressing. We're still very, very passive. It's like they don't believe in it. I don't understand why we don't. I really don't. But will there be an extra protection because we're going to sit off in that mid block and you tell Cunha and Mbeumo to sort of sit in narrow in front of Bruno and one other to give us a bit more protection? Maybe. Shout out Riri. Hear you. Bruno and Cass as it stands right now. I think you're right. I agree. So, but Nannies, that's what I'm saying. Bruno's not trash. Bruno doesn't work with anyone. He's trash. I don't think he's trash. I just think with now where we're going to ask him to play, now he probably won't work. You know what I'm saying? So you're questioning Amorim's system without questioning Amorim's system. No, I'm not without. I am questioning it. I'm questioning how it's going to work. Because when you look at it on paper, it doesn't look like it's going to. And then, obviously, it's only one preseason game, so you've got to wait and see how we develop. But you see the game against Leeds, and the things that you leave the things you can't take from a preseason friendly, but you definitely look at the things you can, and you saw a lot of the same bad habits, like a continuation of this of last year, and that's why GJE. Let's be real, I worry for him, Jeff. You know, I worry for him, Jeff. I do. I don't see how it's going to be different. I don't see how it's going to be different, man. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. But I'm saying we need a top central midfielder. We have to. Jay says I would play 3-4-1-2. Bruno in the 10 and Cunha and Mbeumo forwards. Yeah, that could work. That could work. That could work. It's not something. Actually, that's not something we've really spoke about.